I'm Catherine, and on this channel, we talk about presence and what you leave on the table when you're not aware of how you're landing, right? This could be money, promotions, relationships. Presence is a practice, and I'm going to give you the tools to practice yours. I want you to think about presence as an operating system. You know that $1,000 phone that you have? Well, how often does the phone get updated, right? Quite a bit. Our presence is like our own operating system that's running underneath everything. And unless we take the time to get really aware and update it, we're running off of old programming. Because how you show up, especially in times that are hard, it's a combination of all the things that you have inside you. The way that you learn to meet difficulty, the way that you think about yourself in any given situation. When pressure hits, it turns the lights onto all of these paradigms that you have running. So consider this channel your push notification to update your OS. And it's important to understand your presence because your presence is how other people experience you. It's your legacy. It's how you navigate hard circumstances. It's not charisma and it's not confidence. And it's not a personality type that you're either born with or you're not. Presence is a signal. And like any signal, it can be clear or it can be full of interference. And here's what really nobody talks about. When your signal is off, people can feel it, right? They hesitate. They don't buy. They don't refer. They don't say yes. They can't really tell you why. They just don't lean in. I've spent 20 years in rooms where the deal was either won or lost before anyone even opened a deck. And what I keep seeing is this: the most prepared person wasn't always the one that walked out with the business. The one who did was the one who was fully there, not performing, not managing, present. So, what actually disrupts presence? Well, there's three things that do that almost every time. The first is unfinished loops. You walk into a meeting, but part of your brain is still on the email that you didn't send, right? The conversation that you never finished, the decision you just haven't quite made. That cognitive drag is invisible to you and completely visible to everyone else. The second is the gap between your internal state and your external signal. You feel uncertain before you're performing confidence, or you're frustrated, but you're being calm. It's a mismatch, right? And that mismatch creates noise, and people can pick up on it. And what they call it is something just feels off, even when they can't name it. And then the third is what I call reactive presence. So you're responding to the room instead of leading it. You're calibrating to everyone else's energy instead of setting the tone from your own. That's exhausting. And it's also why you leave some rooms feeling completely drained, even when nothing actually materially went wrong. But the good news is that all three of these things are learnable. They're not fixed traits, they're patterns, right? And patterns can be interrupted. So subscribe to this channel. Your presence is your power, and we're going to fine tune it.